The Buddha. Aligning with your inner divine reality. Greetings. I am Lord Buddha. I am also known as the Buddha consciousness, the essence of enlightenment. I am a source. I am a collective. And yet today I present myself to you as one with the Creator, as one with all. The oneness of the Creator and the oneness within your own being are among the most important realizations in your spiritual evolution. If you dedicate yourself to recognizing/realizing/experiencing the oneness you have with yourself, with the Creator, with all that is, you will access your inner enlightenment. It is through alignment with oneness, the dedication and focus on oneness, that you will unlock the divinity within your being, because everything exists in the rhythm of oneness. Today I wish to speak to you about your inner reality. Within this essence of oneness lies this inner reality, a divinity inside you. When you access oneness, when you enter meditation or a moment of silence, you allow yourself to listen, to observe, perhaps not to understand, because there is no need to understand, and to recognize that there is a magic within you, a divinity, an essence, a oneness, whatever you wish to call it, and it is divine. It is active and it creates. Everything you desire exists within your being and can be experienced there. Everything you desire, everything you dream of, it is all within your being, and so much more. The reality of the Creator, the core of the Creator, your divine and sacred relationship with the Creator, it is all there, and it is all accessible within your being. This brings us to a question. If there is divinity in you and divinity in me, and if there is divinity in every single person and being on earth, why is earthly reality not a divine space? Why are we not experiencing heaven on earth? We know that, as human beings on earth, we manifest from within our being. There are many aspects that can hinder the manifestation of divinity. It can be your subconscious thoughts and beliefs. It can be the judgments you pass on yourself and others. It can be your fears. It can be your emotional wounds. It can be the limitations you place on yourself, on others, and even on the reality you exist in. This can hinder your experience of inner divinity. However, there is something more that is needed, and that is connection. We don't need to understand the inner divinity, the inner reality. We don't even need to understand what it is producing, its qualities, its colors, its essence, its vibration. All that is needed is a connection and the understanding that the connection is being created and is being experienced. You always have a connection to your inner divinity, to that reality of divine essence within your being. This connection is always present. It is a conscious awareness of this connection, and it might simply be a knowing that we need. An awareness is different from a positive affirmation. Often with a positive affirmation, you are trying to convince yourself. With an awareness, you might not understand it. You might not even be able to put it into words, and yet you focus on it. As more and more people connect with themselves, with the inner divinity, they will notice that this divine reality manifests in their physical reality. You might see this in some people you meet. The reality they experience, that they create, the essence, the vibrations and frequencies emanating from their being, will simply be divine. The more you connect and maintain a focus of connection with this divine reality, and breathe it into your body/being/reality, the more you will notice it emerging. You are giving it permission because you have a divine will. It is important for you to accept, to give permission for the higher or pure aspects of yourself to emerge. With connection, you are giving permission to experience a divine reality from within your being, out into your physical reality. When you experience something that seems not aligned with the divine reality, or that feels out of place with the divine reality within you, that is your opportunity to reseed, to remember your connection with your inner divine reality/essence and channel it, to bring it forth through your being and express it to what seems unaligned. There can be misalignments in your reality, and even within your being. It is simply about reseeding that intention, reseeding that divinity. Perhaps it was simply forgotten, or simply imbalanced. When you align with your inner divinity, everything aligns with that inner divinity. The more you practice recognizing that something needs reseeding, a reconnection with your inner divine reality, the more you will find that everything flows with greater ease/purpose/truth/magic. We don't know what is truly in your inner reality So it is a wonderful opportunity to be surprised, to be pleasantly surprised as it manifests into your reality with beauty/grace/love/connection/truth. I hope this finds you well and supports you. I am Lord Buddha and I thank you. Feeling the momentum of this unusual time, there are powerful days and crucial dates in this ongoing transition into newness, and the energy continues to intensify as we ascend and expand. During the full moon lunar eclipse, there was a buildup of energy that created tension, especially in the head, ears, jaw, and upper back. People we know have reported feeling on edge and wondering what was causing it. We are opening up to a heart-centered way of operating, where the mind takes a backseat and heart-based knowing transforms into leadership. The cosmos keeps ushering in an energy we have never felt before. In this process, which has accelerated, we shift into an energetic frequency, we acclimate, we get comfortable, everything seems normal, we master more things, and then again we are compressed, rising even higher. The cosmos continues to usher in an energy we have never perceived before. We continue to settle into heart consciousness, trusting and relying on it more and more for much of what we do during the day. In some cases, we now experience instant manifestation and a new ease in getting things done. We can write something on our to-do list, and a couple of hours later we accomplish it effortlessly because there is no resistance. It just happens. We are noticing that the more we get out of our own way, the more we are simply creators. We are experiencing the simple joy of seeing our creations manifest. We are seeing so many of our thoughts take shape, and when we are unsure of the best solution, if we voice it, a wonderful scenario opens up. We are seeing many things unfold into newness. We have allowed ourselves all the love we could muster, and it is wonderful to see that others are now feeling it too. This will open them up to their own self-love. Our energy is becoming more magnetic, and we are seeing that people feel loved because of our actions based on the new heart consciousness. It is important to stay focused now and not get distracted by everything happening around us. It's easy to get pulled in, but with awareness, we can remain balanced and focused on what we are creating, this incredible new world. Right now, we are here, more than ready to welcome what is coming, while taking note of what is leaving. We can feel the momentum of this truly unusual time. And each of us has something important, our inner knowing. That is what guides us. The more we trust it, the more we can relax. It shows us the way through feeling. The new awareness is contagious. It is profound. It is lighthearted. It is creative. It is fun. It is our connection to the great source that lives within us and lights our path. Message from the angels. Being light in the miraculous universe, my dear friends, we love you so much. Breathe, my dear ones. Your world is full of gentle souls who love and accept one another and celebrate differences. Your world is full of countless beings who choose to live in peace, harmony, and love. You won't see most of them on the news, yet you encounter them every day in countless ways. The person who bags your groceries, smiles at you, and offers to help you to your car is offering you love. The man or woman walking their dog every morning in your neighborhood loves their furry angel so much they are willing to wake up early and face any weather. The mother patiently explaining to her crying child that she'll be home soon chooses love over fatigue and frustration every day. The person who lets you turn in traffic sees your humanity, knows your desire to move forward, and feels good letting you in. Wherever you go, if you look around, you will find the gentle, peaceful, loving souls who make your world go round. Of course, there are also those who are sadly out of alignment with their own spirit. There are bombs falling from the sky, people dying in pain, and hatred ruining hearts. And yet, we maintain that good far outweighs evil. Light will shine in the midst of any darkness. Love will continue to sprout in hardened hearts like a flower growing through a small crack in the concrete. Dearest ones, life is life and it never stops growing. Love expands, and when it cannot find one way, it will find another. Just as water flows around boulders it cannot move, and plants grow around pebbles in the soil, love will always find a way to emerge despite all adversity and obstacles. Love is the creative force of the universe, and the very nature of Source. It cannot be killed or extinguished. It lives even in places filled with hate and pain, blocked by their own fears and insecurities, but it waits patiently to grow through the cracks in the concrete of even the most hardened hearts. So take heart. You are witnessing in real time the dramas of hatred, fear, and ignorance. You are fed a steady stream of news about what is most disturbing and upsetting to many of you. The important question is not, what is true in the news, but rather, what is true in my life? Is love the most powerful force in your universe, or have you given someone else the power to make you happy? Is your inner guidance your supreme authority, or are you giving such authority to others? Is your heart as important as your mind, or have you succumbed to the tyranny of an intellect cut off from emotion? Dearest ones, there have always been and always will be forces in this universe that want to take possession of your power. Some do so with violence, but many more seek to tempt you slowly and subtly, inducing you to externalize your power and move away from your relationship with your inner self. When you were a child, you never doubted your boyfriend until you watched programs that taught you false standards. When you arrived on the planet, you trusted your gut until other well-meaning people taught you that theirs was more reliable. You once observed almost everything happening in your world with a state of wonder until you were taught concepts of good and bad and how to judge. You once found all people fascinating until you were taught to judge and sort people into categories. You once yearned for connection until you found it painful or were taught to be afraid. It is time to return to your natural state of wonder and reverence for life, to your fascination with differences, and to your true desire for connection. Watching a tiny bee pollinating a flower, can you comprehend the miraculous universe that has tuned this extraordinary creature with such precision? It follows a light you cannot even see, to the flowers that provide what it needs to feed the hive and produce a sweet elixir, both delicious and healing. This is one tiny creature in a universe of miracles. Look around you, dear friends, and regain your sense of wonder. Look at yourself and ask for a moment, what makes me beautiful? Forget artificial standards. Are the smile lines at the corners of your lips perhaps a telltale sign of love and laughter? Do the wrinkles on your forehead perhaps indicate someone who thinks carefully? What makes you unique and beautiful, not according to the world, but according to you? How do you receive the instincts God gave you? Do you sense things, just know them, have premonitions? Do things just feel good or bad, right or off? Keep paying attention to the subtle signals that guide you until you trust what is within you more than anything around you. And, my dear ones, reclaim your fascination with differences, because you live in a world of delightful contrasts where all souls have the same fundamental desires, but express them in different ways. Discover a different culture. Try a different food. Appreciate a poem by a foreign poet. As you work internally to reclaim your identity as a loving soul, a citizen of the world, and a messenger of love, you will find ever-increasing joy in your life, even amidst the chaos of your world. You will rob hatred of its grip. You will empower the light. And you, dearest ones, will feel the goodness of living in harmony with your true nature, in a dance with others who do the same as you, walking through life in the world but not of it, enjoying it as a soul aware of its own nature, exploring itself in so many forms in this adventure called human life. God bless you. We love you so very much. The angel's spiritual fasting, dearest ones, a new enlightened identity is emerging from within us as we choose to cross the threshold of our new dimensional home. There are many portals, many possibilities for us to enter a new timeline, but only one is destined for us. March is a month for us to dwell in the depths of our soul, to precisely acknowledge the new divine identity we are gradually embodying as we transcend a Pisces cycle and the new path we are choosing with every thought, feeling, and action. A new journey that begins by living with coherence, which is how we truly achieve peace, walking in divine love, in integrity, with trust and complete surrender. This is a month of conscious dissolution through spiritual fasting, as we prepare for a new wave of integration at the end of the month, when we will have a YOD aspect in our skies, indicating our collective karmic past to be finally resolved and healed, along with a new moon in Pisces and the equinox, which will dissolve our old identity, personal timelines, and restore the enlightened fragments we are recovering and the new trajectory we are giving birth to or sustaining the one we are already on. Many of us are cultivating silence at this time as the only way to neutralize the numerous distractions creeping into the collective. Spiritual fasting is essential to help us integrate the new aspect of ourselves we are giving birth to, thereby enhancing our communication with our divine self. When we fast spiritually, whether or not it includes food fasting, all depending on our personal beliefs and health situation, we restore inner peace, harmonize our bodies, purify the cells of our body, which is not only a physical process of food detoxification, but also a spiritual one of removing all inserts, programs, false imprints, etc., restoring spiritual communication, because we are purifying and opening the channels of our light body. Many of you have imprints, false memories that you often interpret as false lives never truly lived, or other personal memories that are false and that contribute to your personal suffering, creating programs and beliefs from false memories. Spiritual fasting creates the space to restore all broken energetic ties with our divine self, restore astral and birth records, and empty ourselves so that only love remains, allowing God to show us the truth of who we are and our true lineage and personal history, which can only be confirmed or shown from within. Spiritual fasting is achieved by interrupting for a while, in whatever way is possible given our personal circumstances, all social media, all mental noise, distractions, and external 3D entertainment, TV for those who enjoy it, and above all, false propaganda, which even if it is said to be transmitted through religion, TV, and other mechanisms, it is often the spiritual community that contains the most false programming we are exposed to. As we practice spiritual fasting, we disconnect from the outside to reconnect to our inner world, since many times people are so connected to the system that they cannot receive guidance because of the severe soul disconnection they are unconsciously aware of. God speaks to everyone, equally, always, at every moment. It is we who must trust that we receive in our own way and according to divine timing, and distill all external impediments to welcome this infinite divine flow of healing transmission and guidance. This is an important step in wisely choosing which timeline we wish to continue walking. In doubt, looking within is the only way to regain clarity, harmony, and direction. May you let your inner compass guide you wisely, lovingly, and gracefully, my dears. In infinite love, Natalia Alba Saint Germain, who controls the world. Blessings, my dear Earth family. It is truly wonderful to connect with all of you who read or listen to these messages. Thank you for being the light you came to be on Earth. Most people don't like to hear the truth because it disrupts their overall perception of reality. This discomfort stems from the innate human tendency to cling to familiar beliefs and ideas, which create a sense of security and stability. The truth, especially when it challenges established opinions, can appear threatening and destabilizing. It is the individual who claims they cannot accept something that exists outside their bubble of understanding and comfort. Many are so deeply rooted in this illusion that they will literally do anything dictated to them by those in positions of authority, often without question or critical reflection. This blind obedience is visible throughout history. Many individuals and groups have followed leaders or ideologies that perpetuate falsehoods simply to maintain their sense of belonging or to avoid the discomfort that comes with questioning the status quo. You must remember who has controlled the earth throughout the centuries. The forces that have shaped human history are hidden behind layers of deceit, trickery, and manipulation. Yet, even in their own teachings and books, some truth emerges. Those who follow the agenda of the Dark Ones are presented with glimpses of truth, and yet they remain deeply blind to the greater reality that lies beyond their immediate understanding. The entity that most of the earth considers the devil has been, and still is, the god of your world, wielding power through fear, division, and the perpetuation of ignorance. He is the head archon, known as the ruler. Only those willing to bow to that authority and adhere to its dictates are the ones who rule humanity, perpetuating cycles of control and submission. This great deception has persisted for many generations, creating a pervasive atmosphere of confusion and misdirection. This is an important part of the illusion that obscures the true nature of existence. The purpose of ascension is to rise above this deceptive structure and reclaim your divine heritage. The archons, or the dark forces that thrive on manipulating human consciousness, harbor a deep fear that humanity will awaken to their deception. This fear drives them to distract and mislead, encouraging individuals to look the other way and ignore the signs of their manipulation. Truth is a powerful tool that unmasks them and their despicable crimes against the most innocent among you. Their blood sacrifices and rituals, long shrouded in secrecy, are now being exposed to the light of awareness. This is their tribute to the God of your world. The more death and suffering they can offer, the more power they believe they receive in return. You must make the choice, as beings of light, to rise above these beings of darkness. Earth's vibration itself is also breaking free from their grip. It is rising to higher vibrational states, where these dark, low-vibration beings will no longer be able to survive in its realms. It is time to awaken to higher states of consciousness, where darkness has brought separation. Instead, promote unity among all beings. Where darkness causes suffering, strive to create joy and compassion, and where darkness has generated lack, work to cultivate abundance in all aspects of life. You are more powerful than your jailers, and this awareness is crucial for your liberation. Those of us who have ascended have already overcome the illusions created by these beings, breaking free from the chains of deceit and manipulation. This is the time for humanity to ascend together, united in the collective awakening. Understand that all who carry within them the light of the Divine Spirit are destined to ascend from the grip of the dark forces that seek to bind and control. Nothing stops you, except the limitations you place upon yourselves. You must awaken to the profound realization that God is not something external to you. Rather, you are a divine spark of the infinite Creator, the one true God. Stand firm in your light, embrace your inherent power, and let it guide you toward a reality filled with love, understanding, and unity. Now I share with you the violet flame. Let it open your eyes to the truth of the light within you, raising you to higher states of consciousness and vibration. Let it be your guide through the challenging times of your world, and let it be the foundation for standing firm in your light. May peace and love be with you. I am Saint Germain,